Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about 2.2 absolute value function. So we are going to graph absolute value functions and determine the vertex. So before we start the lesson, let's try the do now. Can you find the inverse function of f of x equal to 1 over 3x minus 2? So you remember the steps, right? You should remember what the inverse function means. Then you will remember the steps. Can you try? I'll give you about 2 minutes. Okay. So now let's try together. What's the first step? Yes, first step you rewrite instead of f of x, y. So but it's the same function. You didn't do anything. Now to find the inverse function, what do? You reflect inverse function is reflect over y equals x line. So y equal to x, x equal to y. You switch x and y equal to x, x and y. And then you solve for y from here. So you should move 2 to the other side by inverse operation. So what do you get? Yeah, you add the 2 to the both sides, right? Oh, now how do you eliminate 1/3? To eliminate this 1/3 coefficient of y, you should do the reciprocal, right? Reciprocal of 3, 1/3 is 3. So you multiply by 3 to the both sides. So so only thing you should be careful is 3, you multiply 3 to the everything, right? 3x plus 6, right? Common mistakes, you multiply only to the x, not 2. That's a common mistake. Are we done? No. So what should we do? Yes, we change y into f inverse of x. So this y and this y is different. This is y's original function. This y is for inverse function. Everybody understand? So let's move on to our lesson now. So today we are going to talk about absolute value function. So can you try in your calculator? So how do you draw the graph of y equals x and then y equal to absolute value x? Because y equal to x, it's easy, right? You can write down what is the y value here. Y and x is always same on the line in the same line. So -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. But how do you put into the calculator y equals absolute value x? Before we do it, let's see. So absolute value x, let's say when x is -3, what's y value? You can do that way. Absolute value of -3 is, yes, +3, right? +3. And -2 become +2. And -1 becomes 1, 0 becomes 0, 1 becomes 1, 2 becomes 2, 3 becomes 3. Oh, absolute value function, how does it look like? You will have a shape of V shape, right? Like a victory. So now, how do you put into the calculator? And what is the vertex? So let's try in the calculator. Instead of here now, I will go to the actual calculator and show you. So now look at this calculator. Where is the absolute value to put y equal to absolute value x? Where's the absolute value sign? Can you find it? No, you cannot find it here, everything, but you should go math. Do you see the math button here? Yes, go to the math. Then there's no absolute value sign here. You go to the num, which is a number. So how do you move to here? Click this arrow. And do you see the first one is ABS? That's the, that means absolute value. So you click this absolute value, all right? Enter. Oh, now Sometimes some calculator will write down ABS and parentheses. Then in the parentheses, you should now write down the function. But I made one thing wrong. Why? I should go to the graph mode here and I should do it. So I will do it again. I'll go to the math and change it to the number and absolute ABS, enter. Yes, now I should put the X and then draw the graph. Yes, do you see the V shape? Right. But if you see, if you see not absolute value X, any number outside of the X, then you should do what? You should add plus 5. Let's try plus 5. What happened? Oh, graph goes, everything goes up by 5, right? So you can try this way, or inside you can, so whatever, anything in the, absolute value sign, you should put everything in the absolute value sign. Outside like this. All right? Now, so you can try by yourself. So if you look at this, I draw the graph here, not this one. I'm sorry about this, but not this. Now let's see here. Look, this point, the turning point that we call vertex. All right, this turning point is what? Vertex. So here, this one x is 0, y value is 5. So vertex of this absolute value is 0, 5. All right. So please remember what the vertex is. All right. Then we assigned in the Google Classroom for discussion. So I want you to think about this. Look at this f of x equal to absolute value 2x minus 4. G of x is absolute value negative 2x plus 4. Now, can you try both graph in your calculator? Then, and I want you to see what's happening in the graph. And go to the Google discussion, please respond what you noticed. And also after you responded, please look at your classmates' response also, and then at least pick one response and then respond. You should talk to the your classmates' response. So can you do it? And the question is, what do you notice? And if you see it, you will see that both graphs will give you the same graph. So why do you think they have the same graph? So if you put into the calculator, as I showed you, you will see like this. So go to the discussion and do it, please. Now, if you are done, if you look at the your packet, so you will see 5 questions. Nope. How many? 6 questions. So please solve these assigned questions, and then in the last slide, in your last slide, you can find out exit ticket. So you need to go to the slide and then find the last slide and then find the exit ticket. Please answer this. And take a pictures of do now, your lesson note, and Google discussion. You already did it, so you don't need to do anything. And what should you do? Assign the problems and this exit ticket. Take a pictures of everything and then turn them in Google Classroom. Please write down your name on every single page. This is very important. All right, I'll stop here.